What's going on, everybody? So I just wanted to let you guys know, if you haven't heard already, Toys R Us is going out of business, and I know for a lot of people, especially people that collect the same things that I do, this is pretty sad because, you don't amass a giant and embarrassing action figure collection like I do without having to have a profound childhood and going to Toys R Us and shopping there. And it's also another sad thing that Charles Lazarus, the founder, dies at age 94, just a week after the news of the closure of all the Toys R Us branches. That's a very sad thing as well. So it's hitting me pretty hard because I had a lot of really good, really fun childhood memories of Toys R Us, and going with my grandparents to both Toys R Us and McDonald's, things that we didn't have in the small town that I grew up in. So, even things like going to the movie theater, we had to come all the way downtown for. So I actually went to the Toys R Us that was actually in the neighborhood where my grandma would take me, when we were kids and growing up and things like that. So. But that being said, unfortunately there's nothing that can be done about that. That's way out of our hands. But this is the last chance to get Toys R Us exclusives, because I don't know what happens to the Toys R Us exclusives. Maybe they go back to the manufacturer. Maybe they get bought up by a wholesaler. I'm not 100% sure where they go. And one thing I do know is that Toys R Us has a ton of exclusives. Some of my favorite things that I collect: mini-mates, Star Wars action figures, pops, really all manner of Funko things. They all have them at Toys R Us. And then I remember they used to have Toys R Us exclusive amiibos. I'm not sure if they still do or if there would still be any on the shelves. But there's also a ton of other Toys R Us exclusives, and once Toys R Us is gone, I'm not sure exactly where they'll end up going. So definitely check that out. But I did go there today, and I realized that I'm probably going to be posting this long after they're closed all around the US for the night. But I did want to just kind of give like a heads up as to what you can expect if you do go in there for the liquidation sale. And I plan to do updates pretty regularly. It's pretty unlikely that they're going to just say this is our blanket sale and we're just gonna keep going until it goes away. Things like Hastings and Media Play, they started off with a lower discount on their merchandise, and then once that started selling out, then the things that were sticking around got marked down more and more and more. The good thing is you can get a better deal. The bad thing is that some of the stuff that you like might get picked clean before that happens. So you gotta kind of find a little sweet spot where you're getting them at a good price, but they're still there. And another thing that you have to kind of look out for is the longer they sit there, the more damaged the boxes and the items are going to be. I remember when Hastings, when they were finally down to like 70-80% off, you were getting things that were basically opened. And so, if you're a hardcore collector and you need the boxes to even be pristine, that might not be worthwhile for you to wait that long. My advice is that when you go in there, if you see something that you really like and there's 150 of them, then just hold off on it a little bit. It's a gamble, but it could potentially pay off. But if you see something that like as a Toys R Us exclusive, there's only one left, you might want to just cut your losses and just get it at the price that you see it. Right now, there's a sign in there that says there's 30% off, but it's really more like 10% off for all the things that I liked, and it's 5% off of the Lego items. I know that's not really super exciting, but again, this is their first day. They were gonna start on Thursday, but I think with all of the mishaps and all of the hardships that they've befallen, that it just took them an extra day. And That's actually pretty surprising considering all the stuff that they've been going through for the last couple of weeks, for them to be starting the liquidation even this early. And it's also even more surprising. When I scanned one of the items that I wanted on the price scanner, it said that it was on a promotional price until June 30th of 2018. So I'm guessing they want to be liquidated by then, but I'm thinking that's kind of a lofty expectation, but they probably know better than me. But the loftier the expectation is, the more likely that they're going to make aggressive cuts to the merchandise's price, and the sooner. So one thing's for sure, it's right next to this comic book store that I frequent, so I'll be checking next week when Dark Knight's Metal #6 comes out, and then also be going there for sure when Action Comics 1000 comes out, and then Free Comic Book Days a week later. So I'll be posting updates if I see that there's a significant change in the prices and things like that. What I do want to just point out, though, is that you can't use your rewards, and that's a bummer for me because I'm pretty sure I had a $5 reward. so it's not, yeah, you can't accumulate them and you can't use them, so that's kind of a bummer because I'm pretty sure I had $5 off or something. But before we go, I just wanted to just recap. So it's it says 30% off on the signs, but it's more like 10% on most of the things that I was finding interesting, like things that I would want to buy, and then 5% off of Lego. And again, that doesn't sound like a whole lot, but most of the time coupons don't even work for Lego, so I guess 5% is better than nothing. But still, at this point, probably not worth skipping out of work or something like that to go there. And speaking of that, that's why this is getting posted so late. I was working all day, so I didn't really even get to visit it until about 8 o'clock today because I had a bunch of other errands to run. But again, I'll keep these posted, and I'll be making them extras, so they won't be the weekly episode that I have planned out. And before we go, I just want to say, speaking from somebody that's done a lot of retail, please be nice to the staff. They're probably going through an even worse time than anybody else because of the uncertainty, and they're going to lose their jobs. They were in really high spirits, but there were really long lines, and the shelves were all in disarray. So I just want to say, just be sure to be nice to them because this is a hard time for them, probably more than most. So anyway, keep an eye out for these extras that I'll be posting. There'll be things that I feel are slightly urgent, worth not waiting till Thursday, and so these updates on what the prices and the cuts are will be some of the things that I am updating you on. So have a good night and have a great weekend. Check out Toys R Us, and like I said, at this point, try to pick up any exclusives that you don't think are going to stick around until they make another cut. So have a good day, and I'll see you on Thursday, if not before.